What's up, guys? Expel here, and today I have a different kind of video. For me, you all are used to getting a ton of solos gameplay, and that's something that I'm okay with. I'm okay with showing you all my insane solos, wins, losses, whatever it may be, in hopes of making you all better. But to think a little bit outside the box here, today I have a gameplay within trios, and we're going to be showcasing how myself and my squad came out with an impeccable win. What a good word. Impeccable. I know, I'm just a genius. Regardless, it was a really good win, and I wanted to show you what happened and walk you through the steps of how I won that. Before we hop into anything, I do want to let you know there are timestamps down below in the descriptions. There are timestamps on the video playhead if you're on Android and PC. And then there's also timestamps in the pinned comment. So please, if you ever feel like you want to skip any part of the video or skip around, feel free to use those. Past that, if you're new around here, or you're not new around here, please do me a favor and drop the video a like. But if you are new, maybe subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. You can also follow me over on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. EST all the way up until 2 p.m., which is when my videos go live on YouTube. That is twitch.tv/iamexpel. You can find that linked in the description down below, along with my Twitter, which I'm super active on, so definitely go follow me over on Twitter, and my Discord, also linked down below. Regardless, let's go ahead and hop on into things, and let's see if I can make you a better trios player, and hopefully a better team player all around. Now, off the rip, you guys can see that we're actually going to one of my favorite places on the map, and that's going to be these SOS buildings. It's actually one of the best places as a trio that you can land, but I will say this: the more popular it becomes, the more you're not going to want to land there. So that's one of those things. But we chose to land on a scavenger because it's best to grab those as a squad and then go for maybe a bounty after you get a little bit of loot. It's a little bit different whenever you're playing solos because you can just grab those bounties off the rip and go for kills. But whenever you're playing as a team, you want to grab something that you can get loot from, because there's always a little less loot whenever you have multiple people going for, weapons and armor and stuff like that. So they were calling out that they had somebody in the building, and this is him. He was just chilling. He was just having himself a good old time, just laying on the ground. Figured I'd come in. We'd have a little party. And I saw somebody on the map over here. So I jump up on top, hoping that I can maybe get an angle on them. I start looking around. I'm trying to keep high ground right here, but right now I know that my teammates have my back, except for Pipe. He doesn't really know what's going on right now. But I'm just kind of looking around, grabbing loot the best that I can. And I'm worried that I'm hearing people, so I'm just kind of jumping around. I'm not standing still, and I'm making sure to try and keep cover whenever I have the opportunity, or whenever I feel like my teammates aren't really going to have my back. See, the thing is whenever you're playing trios, as long as your teammates are with you, it's a lot less worrisome to do some kind of crazy stuff. And right there, I got hit with that. We knew the guy was in this building. We saw him a minute ago. I decided I needed to go ahead and heal up. Rah just absolutely destroyed the guy that I was coming in here to kill, which is good because he just kind of got caught off guard, plain and simple. So so that was the kill. And we just kind of move on from here. It's really just about looting and getting stuff set up. So now that we're looted, we decide that we're going to go ahead and grab our loadout drop. So I go ahead and drop my cash so that Rara can come over, pick it up, grab the loadout drop, and throw it on the ground. Pipe actually doesn't have like a ton of ridiculously good classes, so we're kind of working with what we've got here. But one of my favorite things is just to stand underneath it and move. I don't recommend that to anybody unless you're like pretty good and you're just be smart enough to move. That's all I'm getting at. So we grab our classes, and now we feel pretty comfortable enough to at least go out. Now I am having a little bit of like audio issues with OBS right now, and I'm trying to get that fixed, which is why you'll see me pause at certain points throughout the game. You'll see like the stuff on my PC pop up. It's because I have to like fix something in OBS here and there, but it's not a big deal. I just wanted to let you know, just in case you do see that a little bit later on. So at this point, if I'm not wrong, I think I'm gonna go ahead and head over for the bounty here, right? So you'll see that I start running over here. I see this guy right here. Actually, this guy I just killed. Just kidding. Just kidding. I think there's more people over here that I decided to go to. But I see a couple of guys right here, and ended up staying right here. My team actually kind of looked over to find the people in the other place, and I ended up fighting these people. So it was a different battle, but you'll see in just a minute what I was talking about. Regardless, I've got these two people here. I can see my teammates on the map leaving, So I decided if I am going to try and fight these people, the thing that I need to do, and normally I would recommend, you know, sticking with your teammates to the best of your ability, but I decided to grab a head glitch right here and put myself in a situation where I could kill these people relatively easily. And with the aim that you can get with the growl, which by the way, I do have a growl class setup video that's disgusting. You should definitely go check it out. I got one there. I know that there's one guy left, so I just decided to hop up on top, see if I can catch the guy. I'm looking over, seeing if I can see him in any way whatsoever. I'm not seeing him at all. I realized with the UAV up that he's actually in the building on the left. Now, it's going to get a little weird in a second, just because the way this guy plays. He just hops up on the roof and just lays down in the middle. I couldn't explain it to you. I got the kill though. It was super, super simple, nothing insane. And now we just loot up. So while I'm grabbing all of the stuff on this roof, I realized that my teammates are in a gunfight and they're going to need my help. So I'm asking them, hey, what can I do to help you guys out? There's some people up on the roof. So I start popping shots because they're needing to get a little bit of cover here and try and rotate around. So that's what I do. I pop some shots. I wait for the guy to get back up. I pop some more shots. He drops off the side. I didn't realize it. I tried to tell Rara that he was actually rotating around, but that wasn't the case in any way. He actually dropped down, but there was another guy up top that they're going to end up finding in just a second. So I start rotating over here so that I can help my teammates out so that we can all get together and finally, you know, start working as a team. A guy drops down from the sky. You probably just saw that. I'm coming over. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna help you guys. I catch this guy right here, get the down, and that's the team wipe because Rara killed the other guy. So it was very, very clean right there. Usually, you know, if you've got two teammates that you trust and you know that they can get the kills, then maybe try and get a little rotation to help them out. And right here, we've got one single guy coming over the hill, and you'll see in just a second. I'm gonna wait until he's in a better position to take the shot. I put on dead silence. Now that I know that I can get him, I just clean him up as fast as physically possible. So in this moment, we're having a quick discussion about which is going to be the better thing to do. And we eventually end up deciding that train station is where we want to go. And, well, Rara decided a little bit late that he wanted to come with us. I was kind of IGL in this moment, and I was like, let's just go ahead and go train. And let's try and, you know, get what we can. I'll grab a UAV right here. I'll call it in, and then I'll, you know, grab my cluster in just a second. So we decide we're gonna, you know, look for these stairs, which I had no idea where they were at, by the way. Literally, I didn't know where these I didn't know where these stairs were at. Don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna head up top and we're gonna try and get high ground on the people that are on top of the building. Because if you know the area like that we're in, if you know train, then you know that you can actually get on the tower part of it and aim down with cover with a head glitch and shoot at these people. So we're all pushing forward as a team. We're sticking together as close as we possibly can, and we're going to make it over and try and shoot down on these people. But the thing is if you don't team shoot, you will end up, you know, probably not getting 1, 2, 3 of the kills. You know, each situation you want to try and team shoot at the same time, and try and at least down one person and force the other people to go for that res if the person doesn't have a self res. Now, in this case, if I'm not wrong, the guy that we downed, and you'll see in just a second, he does have a self-res, and I saw the little glimmer, so I know that they know that we're here, but I'm hoping that they'll stay on the building instead of running away. I don't think they realized that Rara was already this close. So Rara gets up top. We get ready. Rara's aimed down. I just immediately start shooting. We were waiting for each other to shoot, but we didn't realize that we were shooting at different people. I end up launching this rocket and getting the kill on this guy right here. He gets downed. And I'm like, all right, I've got a cluster strike. Let's see if we can hit the guy with a cluster. Now, the weird thing about cluster strikes I've found is sometimes they blow up above where you shoot them. I've not figured it out yet. Sometimes it's like 10 feet above. So he self-reses and he jumps off the building. We never see this guy again. I have no idea what happened to him. Genuinely, I have no clue what happened to him. But we're running as a team. We're sticking together. And we're ready to engage in a gunfight. We got pipe running around the right side. That way we can split it and try and team shoot the guy from all angles. So he's forced to, you know, go for one person instead of the other. And that way we're covered on all bases. So it's really all about, you know, if you trust your teammates, split up. If you don't trust your teammates, try and stick together as close as you possibly can. That way, it, you know, no matter what, you're going to get the guy down. So it just depends on which kind of play you're looking for. Do you want to split it or do you want to push together? In our case, we like to split it. You know, it just feels more natural as the kind of players that we are. But like I said, it's entirely up to you. I think we're a little bit more worried that they're going to just shoot straight through and like knock all of us. So we just split it. One guy goes this way, one guy goes this way, and that's the way that we do it. Just feels the best. Now I see that there's still a guy over here, and I think maybe I'll just sit here and wait. But this is the guy coming back in. He lands on top of train. So I sit here for a second, and I'm trying to see if he's going to come out. This is not 100% the best play in my personal opinion, but I wanted to see if I could catch this guy. Obviously not. He just sat up on the building. He was looting up, and I was like, all right, well, there's no point in doing this then. So I start pushing out this direction towards my teammates and getting back together. So you'll see right here that I actually turned around and I was looking to see if I can catch this guy because I saw that he had jumped down and he jumped inside the train. So I decided to get a little high ground just in case he does decide to like push out. And I hop on top of this building right here, and I'm going to aim back over to see if I can catch him running forward. Now, what this is called is gatekeeping. Most of you probably know what gatekeeping is, but for those of you that don't, it's literally where you get somewhere that you know someone's going to have to come in because the storm or the gas is going to push them in this case. So we kind of waited out. We literally entirely forgot about Pipe having a bounty. In this case, I was just trying to shoot the guy out of the air. You know, it's not necessary, but if he's that far away, we know his teammates aren't close. I've got a silencer on my weapon. I wasn't stressing about it. I was hoping for a free kill, to be entirely honest. So I ended up giving up on that guy that's a little bit further back for a second so that I can go grab my ammo. And then I rush back over. You can see my teammates are actually looking over to see if they can catch the guy, but I don't think that they've found him in any way. So right here, I actually see the guy moving around. So I mark it, I call it out. I'm like, hey guys, he's still in the train. If you guys want to attempt to try and maybe get him, then we can do that, or we can get out ahead of him. And I see that someone's shooting on the right side as well. So this is kind of a weird situation. We see the vehicle right here. I think no, Pipe pulls out his rocket launcher and he just launches down at him. Yep, GG. And then I just clean it up. That's all it comes down to, baby. That's all it comes down to. Got to get that clean for the boys. And as soon as we get that, I see the people running back over to the right. So I'm like, hey guys, let's go ahead and push this. Let's catch them at the edge because they're not going to have to go past these buildings. So I fly out. Rara's already moved over. So we're getting ready to engage these guys. I'm checking my heartbeat to make sure no one's in there with Rara. I don't want him getting caught off guard. Pipe's shooting at it or getting shot at, I think, from an entirely different squad. So we decided to rotate around, and you'll see that, you know, we start team shooting in just a second so we can actually get some of these kills. So I'm launching rockets because I got that guy's armor broke within the building. I caught him, and I just tried to hit as much as I could. Now, right here, you'll notice that when I shot the rocket, I had a trophy. And if you don't know, trophies can only take, if I'm not wrong, 3 rockets. So if you launch 3 rockets or 3 explosives that direction, then you might be able to get him. But you can also see right now, I'm actually kind of holding a tree for cover to make sure that I'm good. I'm actually not like healed up or anything, but I have a weird feeling that, you know, these guys might end up getting up. So I pushed forward. Wasn't a big deal. The guy had no idea what was going on. He was aiming directly at Rara, and I just caught him off guard. And a lot of the times, that's what you want to do. You want to have a teammate kind of making noise, and then you push up and catch them off guard. It's a fantastic play. It's a good way to get some easy kills on a team. And it's unless you're fighting some of the best players of all time that know how to have snappy aim directly onto your head, you're really not going to have an issue whenever you try and run into things like that by yourself at one angle while your teammate's at the other. That's the reason we do the split, is to catch somebody off guard. So just in case one person goes down, it's going to be very hard for them to turn and hit the other person. So in this moment, I actually say, hey, maybe we should take a car. And then I look at the circle as I'm running, and I see that it's slowly coming off of my mini map, right? So the biggest thing about the circle in this moment is that I need to figure out whether or not it's slow enough to where we can run the whole way and not make noise with a vehicle, or if we need to make noise with a vehicle. So we decide against it. We decide there's no reason to, so we just keep going and doing what we are already doing, and we just push all the way through to Superstore. Now this part gets very, very intense, and it's one of the weird moments in the game where you just have a lot of people in one spot, and you have to figure out as a team the best way to go about getting these kills and stuff like that. So I see that Rara and Pipe are shooting at one guy, and I decide to help him out. I just start blasting. So I just started blasting. And Rara starts going inside this building. I get right here and I go to peek this. I realize there's a guy 31 meters out, and I'm like, should I even go underneath? Probably not. So I rotate around the edge here, and I get shot in the back. And so I start hugging the wall, and I actually do end up rotating in. And I throw a C4 behind me. I pull up my RPG just in case she pushes through. Now, if you shoot somebody with an RPG, a lot of times it won't kill them one shot. So what I like to do is I actually do a double explosive. So I throw down a C4, and if you shoot at the C4 with the RPG, you're basically guaranteed to get the kill. Now, right here, you'll notice that I'm actually like cleaning every single kill that goes down. There's a reason for that. A lot of people run self-reses in this, and especially in game modes where you can just have a ton, and I mean a ton of you know, money. I decided to you know, try and clean every kill. Now I get hit by this this airstrike somehow. I have no idea how. It never showed up on my screen. I guess I just walked into it, which is super weird. And so Rara's like, I got the res. I knew that there was a guy underneath, so we knew we had to get to pipe as soon as physically possible. Dang, look at that girl's belly button. So I knew I had to get underneath as fast as I physically could. Pipe's calling out where he's at. Luckily, this guy doesn't end up thirsting pipe, and I push out as quickly as I can with an RPG. Now, this isn't 100% the best move, but my goal was to push them back and make them so damaged that they couldn't push forward and finish our team because everybody was on such low health. So whenever I jump around this corner here, you're going to notice that I just immediately start shooting. I wanted to see if he had moved back around, so I pull out the heartbeat, which maybe wasn't the best idea, but I just wanted to double check and make sure that he hadn't moved around and he was trying to get a flank on us. So luckily, I was able to get the shot off before he was, and we ended up getting that team wipe easy peasy. So we're actually pretty much forced to move in this scenario, and Rara actually catches a guy right here. I wanted to go through airport, but Rara wanted to run around this way, so I was like, all right, let's run it your way. We've got a guy just absolutely pelting me with bullets. I don't know what it is. I'm always the guy that gets hit every time. It never fails. I will always be the man that gets slapped with a guy trying to go crazy on top of a building. Now, this play, I cannot, I can't pretend like it was a good one. Rah, brother, I love you. This was a dumb play. I don't care if you have snake shots and RPG or the best gun on the face of the planet. If there's a guy up a ladder and you have to climb up the ladder to get to him, do not go up the ladder by yourself. You know, that leaves Pipe and me by ourselves. You know, Rara was trying to get a cool play, whatever it may be. You know, we're content creators. We try and do cool things, but it's not always going to work out. So sometimes it's best to play the smart way and not worry about stuff like that. So this is actually one of the most intense moments we have all game. And I'm going to try and, you know, walk you through it. So I know that we have to get Rara. So I push over here and I see this buy station. I'm going to go ahead and buy back Rara. Well, apparently buy back a self-res because Rara's in the gulag. I knew that I thought I had to buy him back. That was the whole reason we went there in the first place. But Rara was in the gulag. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to spend enough cash to keep 4,500. And just in case you don't make it, we'll get you. And we've got a ton of people behind us. We're watching this UAV that I just called in. It was a big brain move to do this. So I just keep checking every angle. I see a car coming up behind us. I get ready with the RPG. I'm not trying to get an easy kill. I just want him to there's multiple guys in that car. I completely forgot about that. And we're just trying to hold cover here the best we can. We know we're in the storm. I'm not stressing about the storm as much because I know I've got a gas mask and we don't have to push in immediately, but I do need to get in so I don't break this gas mask and get killed by the gas. So I'm watching the radar in every moment. We're getting shot from the right. We're getting shot from the left. You know, we've got a lot going on for us in this moment. And the biggest thing you can do is hold like walls and stuff like that. People talk to me all the time about how they keep dying in in-game because, you know, they don't have any cover. Guys, cover yourself with walls to the best of your ability. Whatever you have for cover, use that for cover if you're stuck in a situation, especially at the edge of the circle when people are thinking, oh man, we got to go in too. They really might not try and shoot you. So right here, we're literally holding cover. I know that the reason I'm looking at these buildings is because I know that somebody's over there. I saw him on the UAV. I was like, all right, we've got to get out of here. We know there's guys on the right that were already shooting at us. So we're holding kind of like a neutral stance here. We're going right up the middle. Pipe's kind of in a weird spot. He's just going in the middle of, you know, the open, which I wouldn't recommend. But Pipe, if you're watching this, brother, I'm just saying, maybe like don't do that, brother. So I'm looking around. I got nobody on heartbeat. I was thinking maybe if they were at the edge there, we might catch him. And I see this guy on the roof. And if we're going to cross, we can't have this guy sniping at us. So we decide to team shoot him. I down him and I say, Pipe, we got to go right now. We got to go right now. Since that guy's down, the other guy's further back. They're going to go for the res. It gives us a huge opportunity to make the cross and, you know, stay alive. So I keep telling Rara, hey, man, there's a guy shooting at you. Be very careful. He's like, no, that's my bullets. It was definitely guys from the other side. But we're being super careful. Pipe's having an issue climbing up these rocks because he's not used to playing Modern Warfare. Let's not talk about it. And we're gonna kind of gatekeep right here, and it's gonna get really hairy in just a second. And I mean really hairy in just a second. One of the craziest things I've ever seen, and this is something that happens often in trios and quads. So be on the lookout for stuff like this when you're on the edge of the circle. We're kind of trading ammo, making sure everybody's kind of set up with everything they need. I give Pipe my last rocket because I'm kind of not so worried about it because I'm hitting really good shots, and I think Pipe might, you know, benefit a little bit more from it. And we see people right here. I'm like, the heck with it. I'm not getting shot from the back. I'm gonna just beam as many people as I possibly can. So I start shooting. I start blasting. And I'm just cleaning everybody that I can to make sure that they're not going to get up and they're not going to be able to kill. So I see that Rah is kind of having a battle with people, or Pipe's having a battle with people on this side. And I'm like, okay. So I got people coming out left and right from these buildings. And I just start spraying. Now, there's still a guy, if I'm not wrong, about to come out in just a second. You'll see me ran through the building. Yep, there he is. Last guy right there. We clean it up. And we get everybody. I'm now at 16 kills. Because we just kind of team shot every single player that there was. And that's just what you have to do. It's simply what you have to do. Now, like I said, in a lot of these scenarios, you just need to work as a team. Rah sees a guy up here. He marks the guy. He marks the guy. And then we move up. So he's got the mark down. I'm like, all right, we're going to go ahead and push up. So we start pushing. Rah gets some shots on this guy. I hit him once or twice. Rah gets the kill. Got another set of people coming up. And the last guy gets cleaned by someone with a sniper across the map. So I'm like, okay, we need to back up. We need to get some cover. We need to maybe get to one of these buildings. We've got to do something so that we're not getting shot by the same people that shot them. So I'm calling that out to my teammates. I'm ready for us to kind of move in a little bit. And I see that one of our teammates, Pipe, gets sniped by a guy in this building. So I launched a rocket to see if I can hit something. I hit nothing. And I'm thinking, okay, these guys are trying to keep cover. I checked to see, you know, if that was a decoy that the guy threw into the building. It was. But I'm like, these guys are going to try and keep cover. There's no chance they're going to be on the building. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on top of the building. I'm going to try and catch them off guard. Rah's rotated a little bit to the right. I tried to, you know, get us together, but he, you know, Rah can hold his own. I'm not super worried about whether or not he's going to be able to hold his own. And he's like, hey, man, can you get some shots on these people? I pull out the RPG. I see the guy right there, and I just launch it in. So you want to make sure whenever you use the RPG that you have a little bit of room. And then I throw a C4 at the ceiling on accident. I'm checking right there. I see it's a decoy. And we're going to basically try and hold every angle that we can. So we kill that last guy. He's sitting in the same spot as his teammate. He gets upset, obviously, that I kill him. And this is where things are a little weird. Okay, so in this moment, I've got Rah on the backside, and he's like, hey, man, you know, what do you want to do? Do you want to go try and get Pipe at the buy station? Do you want to, you know, watch these buildings a little bit on the edges? And I'm like, I'm not seeing anybody coming in out of anywhere. So I realized, hey, I've still got my heartbeat sensor. Maybe these guys don't have ghosts at the end of the game. And I check my heartbeat sensor. I've got 2 guys on heartbeat immediately. And I know that if there's two guys, there's 3 because I see that there's 2 teams left and one of them is us. So Rah, as soon as I tell him where they're at, Rah with his snake shots pushes in, and I'm like, Rah, bro, what the fudge are you doing? And then they're all just sitting on the backside. I just launch a rocket. That's it. That's it. That's how you win. Make sure you're running. Make sure you got somebody with a rocket. Please make sure you have somebody with a rocket. Until they nerf it, it is ridiculously helpful. Regardless, guys, that is going to do it for the gameplay. Just, you know, to kind of cover everything once again, the biggest thing is learning to play as a team and being a good teammate. You know, if you've got one of your teammates that are calling out, hey, I need some help, and you're not busy, don't sit there and finish looting. That's stupid. It's just dumb. Get done with whatever you're doing. Get the fudge out of there and go help your teammate. You know, if you're pushing up on a squad of 3 as a squad of 3, you know, you're not technically at an advantage. So you want to give yourself whatever advantage you can, whether it be high ground, whether it be, you know, trying to team shot one person to give you that, you know, 3-2 advantage, and then rotating around in separate angles. That way, you know, they're forced to shoot one person versus 2 people, or 2 people versus 1 person, and you're guaranteed to get at least that guy down. So just make sure you're working together as a team, and make sure that you're calling out and stuff like that. It's really like trios, quads, they're a little bit easier than solos to play and win. It's easier to get more kills because people are so reliant on their teammates that they forget to play for themselves in certain moments. But do keep in mind that it is best that you're communicating. You've got a headset. You're calling out what you hear, what you see at all times. You're using your pings and stuff like that. So if this video was helpful to you all in any way whatsoever, it'd be greatly appreciated. You do me a huge favor and drop the video a like. You subscribe if you're new around here, as well as turn on notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. You can also follow me over on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, all the way up until 2 p.m., which is when my videos go live on YouTube. Twitch.tv/iamexpel. It's the best place, best way to go find your boy on Twitch. And then last but not least, feel free to follow me over on the Twitter and join my Discord. The links are down below. I'm constantly active on both of those platforms, and I highly recommend you do so if you want to stay up to date with your boy. Regardless, thank you guys immensely. Thank you. I hope you all have a fantastic I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.